All right, so let's move on to our predictions for next week, the AFC and NFC Conference Championship, man. So we're gonna start out. We kind of have talked a little bit about the Bengals earlier in the podcast, but I'm sure we can get into it a little bit more about what's going to go on. So we'll start with the Niners Eagles. Jack, why don't you go ahead and take this one? Because again, you've been on the Niners for a lot, and I think that you might be the one to start this one off.
Yeah, sure. When you talk about a game like this, it's so even in so many ways. Sirianni is an incredible up and coming head coach. I would still take Shanahan over him just for longevity and what he's done in the league over a period of time. Um, the edge to defense is tough. Both defenses are incredible. I think it goes to the Niners. They have a little bit more speed, I think 3 All Pros.
Eagles have the most sacks in the league.
They do, yeah. I know. I saw they have 75.
Multiple. They have like 4 guys over 10 sacks.
Their D line is something fierce. Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, also, what is it? Darius Slay. He's arguably the top corner in the league. Maybe Sauce Gardner's already taken him over already. It's hard to tell. And then James Bradbury that they got from the Giants. An in division player scoop like that, by the way. The Giants got to be kicking themselves in the dick. But so really great starting corners on each side. But still, I'm giving the edge to the Niners with D'Amico Ryans calling plays. So right there, it's kind of, you get a lot of like this. It's really even. Go to the skill players. Same thing. You got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. But then what it comes down to me, Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at with it. I just think Hurts, once again, I mean, he's arguably a top 3 quarterback this year. I'll go top 5 because I'm not putting him in front of Big Dick Burrow. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. And Brock Purdy's proved a lot, but he hasn't. I mean, he's just a rookie. He's going to make mistakes eventually. Mm-hmm. I guarantee they're going to be ready for him. So, yeah, I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to call I think the under was, 46? I'm going to call it 23-20 Eagles.
23-20 Eagles. All right. Stolzy, what you got?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat score-wise. Like, I think it's going to be – I think the under hits on this one. But it's – the reason I want to pick the Eagles in this game is the exact reason why I was telling you guys last week that I'm okay with seeing the Niners in the Super Bowl. And it's what Jack just said. It's like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not – like, I just don't want to – if you're a Niners fan, do you really want Brock Purdy in a Super Bowl game? Realistically, like, do you feel good about it? Like, yeah, you got a great defense, but like, he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, and I mean, like, how many Super Bowls are they going to lose in the fucking turn of the century? Because they've been in a couple of them now since the year 2000, right?
Kaepernick and Jimmy.
Yeah, Kaepernick and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So continue.
And they should have won one, but Garoppolo missed a throw.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel comfortable with a rookie, and I think when you get into the conference championship and the Super Bowl rounds, there's a point in the game where your quarterback has to make a throw. You're gonna have a third down in more than manageable, probably 7 to 10, maybe even longer, and like, you need that first down. I trust Jalen with that throw more than I trust Brock. That's basically all it boils down to for me. So Eagles by 3.
Eagles by 3. You got a score?
23-20. I went the same.
23-20. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the same board as both of you. Like you said, defenses are pretty evenly matched. Jack, I agree. I give the edge to the San Francisco 49ers. And I like all their power positions, they're pretty equal. I just think Hurts, who also is a newer player in the NFL, but he's not rookie with fucking a half a season under his belt. I think that's definitely the difference maker in that game. So I was taking the 49ers, but after that fucking just blowout that the Eagles put on the Giants, and keep in mind that like that game was a lot more lopsided going in than the Cowboys and 49ers, but like they really had a statement win like the Bengals. They weren't sure if Hurts was going to be 100%. Turns out that he's doing just fine. They came off the bye. Third time they've played the Giants this year. That was a divisional game, and they just absolutely slaughtered them. I have to give it to the Eagles. So I think that they end up punching their ticket to the bowl, man.
The one kicker that I just looked up, and this absolutely can play a factor into who ends up winning this game, is the Eagles are like dead middle of the pack at 15 in run defense. If they can figure out how to get Deebo and CMC that ball, they'll have a chance. As long as Brock is able to control the game a little bit to where they can keep that defense honest and don't just have the box stacked.
Yeah.
And and they can actually like open up the run a little bit, they can win the game. But if that run gets stifled even a little bit, I don't think they can win the game.
Right. I mean, it's definitely going to be close. By the way, my final put, I will go on 24-19 as the final score. But I don't think anyone here is going to be surprised if the 49ers end up pulling that out. Purdy's had a really good year. He played a good defense last week, and he didn't necessarily get it done like he has been through the regular season, but they had a pretty weak strength of schedule, and they've been putting up 30 fucking plus points on everybody. So you're eventually going to have that game. Maybe he saw some stuff this game that is going to help him move into the next one.
All good pass rush.
I don't know, but I think that they're going to see about the same defense, maybe even a little bit better. And then on the offensive side of the things, the Eagles are just way better, so they're going to have to be able to weather that storm. Purdy's going to need to be able to keep up. So yeah. Any final comments on that game?
No, I'm good with it.
I think so.
All right, let's move into the big one for us. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals going into our second home, Arrowhead Stadium. To be honest with y'all, like this team does not give a fuck where they're playing at. They went into Buffalo in the snow and just absolutely dominated. They've had a chip on their shoulder all year. They're ready to play. They're pissed off. And if you would have told me even last week that we were going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, that I'd be sitting here doing this podcast right now saying that we're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs 4 times in damn near 1 year, twice in the AFC Championship game, I would tell you that you're insane. But here we are after the performance that we put on last week, and I don't think that their defense can handle our weapons that we have. We're not the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. Our defense is probably I don't know, man. I have a hard time after last week's performance saying that we're not the best defense in the league. I really don't.
Saying we're top 5 all year.
I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying top 10 and when it comes to red zone, top 5. But they're just doing stupid shit on the defensive side of the ball. And with Mahomes being
straight games with a fourth quarter turnover for the Bengals defense, that is fucking insane.
Yeah. And when it comes down to it, the Kansas City Chiefs, depending on how Mahomes is, are going to have a mobile quarterback who is pretty much immobile, and they just don't have as many options that we can't handle. So I think that the Bengals are going to end up taking this one. I'm picking 35-30, as I said before. That might be a little bit on the higher side of things, but I think that one thing is for sure: Kansas City's still going to be able to move the ball, no matter how good our defense plays. But like I said, I think it's going to come down to them having to kick field goals because, like we just said, our red zone defense past the 50-yard line is some of the best, and it's been some of the best all year. So I see us taking that one 35-30. Stolzy, what you got?
I think I'm just going to go ahead and continue the 27-24 that we've had, I think, in 2 of the 3 games was the final score. It was 27-24. Mm-hmm. I want to say there's a part of me that says that Kansas City only scored 17. But I'm not going to do that because it's Kansas City and they have the best offense.
So, I'll just to stop you real quick. The only reason why I picked that high scoring of a game is I think there is something to be said about this being they might have a little bit of the chip on their shoulder for this game. 3 straight times beating them.
They did after the second and third time.
Yeah, one. Well, I don't know. It's a little bit more personal because this year they've had game tape. They got snuck up on last year. What you can say about the Bengals, the air quotes, because you really can't say that now that we're in the AFC Championship again. But the third time in a year, now they got to do it 4 times. I just think that, it takes away from the legacy of Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs if they lose 4 times in a row to the Bengals.
Andy Reid historically wins or goes to a Super Bowl with his team, and then he's got one coach that he can't get past. Yeah. He did it with the Eagles. I can't remember exactly what coach it was, but they would lose to the same team a lot. I think it was the Giants that they would lose to a lot. I think it was Coughlin. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think Lou might be that coach for Andy Reid. Lou is, dude, the guy's like a magician, dude. It does, I don't know what he does. Like the 3 down linemen with dropping 8 back into pressure, and especially this week, if we don't have to worry about Mahomes and we don't have to worry about the spy as much, and we can just keep dropping Logan Wilson back into pressure or just rush him right up the A-gap and create that interior pressure. I mean, like the Bengals could easily hold them to 2 touchdowns. I'm dead serious. If he's that hurt, he's 100%. It's if he's 100%, I still think it's 27-24. Bengals.
27-24 Bengals. All right, Jack, what you got, man?
Man, yeah, I don't know. It's I got a lot I want to say about this one. I was thinking about something goofy to say about Justin Reed. Yeah. I mean, Justin Reed talking shit. We shut him up. You got the NFL obviously playing with us. A lot of people got a lot to say. So I was gonna be like, NFL trying to play. Justin Reed got things to say.
Oh, Eric Weddle. Eric Weddle. Shut the fuck up.
He's gotta shave his beard now.
Oh, he ain't talking.
His beard. Yeah. That beard's gotta go.
Yeah, no, but
you can't be Weddle's beard anymore. You gotta be Weddle doesn't have a beard.
Right. I'm gonna keep it fairly simple though, man. We got a better roster. Joey B is finally getting some respect on him. The Bengals, even Tony Romo was talking about the Bengals as a juggernaut. I was like, man, fuck you, Romo, first of all. But whatever.
Amen.
But yeah, I'm calling it Bengals 31-23. I think we're gonna win by 8. I really do.
I wanted to go more. I just couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
I would not be surprised if they try to receive the ball first to flip the momentum on us.
Right.
But I don't think they'll get it. I think we're going to get it our way. I think we're going to put it right down their damn throat, and we're going to put pressure on them quick.
I'm just worried about how on all the games I was last week to the point where I'm like, okay, there's no way I call back-to-back Bengal win by 10.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'm just gonna,
dude. That was me for the first week. I mean, outside of one of the games, I can't even remember which one it was, but I was pretty damn close to it. This past week, though, not even close on most of the fucking predictions that I had score-wise. So
I can't remember my scores.
Yeah, I think we may want to just switch it up to a point where we do like buy instead of just like giving out actual scores or whatever. But yeah, that's really the important part that you should take from the actual scores is, I've got it at a 5-point game. I think Stolze had it at 3. And then Jack had 8, so it is what it is. I could easily see us coming out and dominating Kansas City. I could also lightweight see them come out and just dominating us just because of that like motivation factor to not lose 4 times in a row. But it'd be hard for me to say that or predict that would happen after seeing what happened last week. I mean,
I dare someone in Kansas City to start getting kicked diarrhea of the mouth again.
Yeah,
like I think there might not be a camera or tape recorder in Kansas City's locker room this week.
Right.
Because they don't want to get anything out.
Yeah.
Like, because every time someone gets out something on the Bengals, dude, it's GG's.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the next fucking round.
Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time thinking that the Bengals, I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking like we might fucking punch our ticket to the Super Bowl, man. So I think everyone's
like you said, we got to look right now.
Yeah, we do. We have a serious fucking look right now. And Jack talking about Tony Romo saying that like we're a juggernaut, like you can't argue it anymore. You can say whatever the fuck you want to, but I saw this meme today, this picture that someone posted of like the preseason picks for the Super Bowl for like CBS or ESPN. I don't know who the hell it was, but every single one of them, they had the Bills versus someone. And, they've been that team that everyone's been talking about all year, and they just got slapped around. And even now, people still really aren't fucking putting respect on the Bengals name because, like, I've been watching, like, at the gym today, I'm looking at it, and it's like, the headline that they have is Bills. Did they just take a step back this year, or was it just a tough way to end the season? It's like, what about the fact that you might have just got beat by a really good fucking team that is better than you? Like
that's what I've been saying. They were just head and toes better.
We played them in the regular season, man, and it was 7-3. We were driving the ball, and the game got canceled or whatever. But if that shows anything about what happened or what last night shows anything about that game, it might have went down the same fucking way.
It was gonna be the exact same. Like we might have
done more.
Monday night. It might have been worse Monday night.
Yeah, might have done more. If we were at home, fucking weather was nice. It wasn't fucking snowing. The
place was rocking, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I mean, we got all our predictions here. We all took the same teams.
Do we want to do MVPs from each game?
Do we want to like try to predict them?
No, like from this week's games, like we did last week.
We already did.
We all do
anything. Joe Mixon.
Yeah, didn't we all say Mixon?
Well, yeah, but we didn't do like we did every like didn't we do every game last week, or did we just do?
No, we just did an overall MVP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my pick was going to be Joe Mixon for that.
Yeah, mine's Bengals O-line then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mixon, although the O-line definitely.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
can go out with that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, like I was getting ready to say, divisional round, we all picked the same teams. We all went 4 for 4, picking the same teams to make it to the bowl right now. We'll see you next week for episode 5. This has been Your House, episode 4. Your House, Our Rules, Sports Podcast, episode 4.
Real quick. Better send those refunds.
You better send those fucking... Oh, and by the way, yeah, actually, that was good that you brought that up, too. If anybody locally is looking for shirts, Stolzy's girlfriend, Kayla, is actually making some shirts. So fucking hit up the DMs. Any of us, you can message the Your House, Our Rules. I'll see it. Fucking, you want to get one. $20, right? And then $35 for a sweatshirt? Yeah.
Yep.
Hit us up, and we'll get you hooked up, man. Fucking better send them fucking refunds. How about them Bengals? Fuck a bill. It's a bad week to be a Chief! Peace.
Who dey?
Who dey?